What you are going to see now in this table is unbelievable phenomena. This is really most of the finding is Professor Liao Rips with some additions of mine. Now what you see here, it is in Hebrew but very simple words. Vayivku ha'am balayla hu. The people wept, cried on this night, and our rabbis tell us that this night was the 9th of Av that we are entering in a few days. So this is the book, which is Numbers, chapter 14, 14 in one chapter, in part of one or two chapters, all the stories that you are coming in, which is coming here. Now, the skip, the letters of the skip, what you see here are 22 from letter to letter, and it is divided into two, so 11 on each one. So, this is really no doubt the strongest proof that everything is the Torah was the blueprint of creation, because here you will see all over history what happened to Jews on the 9th of Av. As our rabbi tells us, you Jews cried for nothing, for nothing, because God promised them you can go into the land, everything there is fine, no problems. No, but they wanted spies, and the spies were interested to stay in the desert, and Jews lost their faith in God, so God said, no, you lost the faith in God, so all over history you will have the 9th of Av, this night that you cried for nothing, that you will cry for something. And there is a French historian, I think they made a whole research on the 9th of Av to Jews, found that more than 100 troubles happened to Jews. The destruction, first temple, second temple in the 9th of Av, Beitar, the city of Beitar, which was destroyed on this time, the expulsion of Spain, the expulsion of Yorkshire, and First World War broke out on Tisha B'Av, the final Jews of Hitler, as it said, was also, and the expulsion of Gush Katif, in Israel itself, Jews were expelled from their place, Gush Katif, on the 9th of Av, in fact, the one day afterwards. But in the same period, it's a lot of many events happening. As I said, there's a book which brings all of them, all the details, in French and many other places. So let us see all this, the history of Jews in very small area. It says only letter skip of 22, which is again the 22 letters of the alphabet that our rabbis tell us the Jews broke them. We mentioned that in Eicha, Book of Lamentation, there are chapters from 2, 3, 4, which are built on the alphabet, like the first chapter is according to Aleph, Eicha Yashva, Bachot Tivke, Bet, Galta Yehuda. But in the order of the alphabet, in the second, the third, fourth chapter, is an amazing phenomena. The letter Ayin, which normally is before the letter P, comes before the P. So our rabbis tell us in Sanhedrin that this is because the spies spoke before they saw, which means you're not speaking from the heart. And definitely people speak according to what they are interesting in. Ayin in Hebrew means looking, seeing, even looking in depth in something, iyun. So what happened to the spies is the heart controls their mind. It means because in the heart. They were very interested in staying in the desert. They want more manna. They want to be princes. So this is why we are paying now all over history in 9th of Ab to strengthen our faith in God. So let us see now really almost the whole history of Jews, which come in very small area, and unbelievable. This is, I think, the greatest and the strongest proof of the Bible code, being the blueprint of creation. Most of the findings is Professor Reeves. I found some more additional ones. So let us see now what we have in this table. So the first thing, as we said, you have here a sentence which says the following. The sentence which is the sin of the spies, and this is what you can see here coming in skip letter skip, and it means Be'alef in Ab, the month of Ab, Diba, slander. You can see here in red, Be'av, in the month of Ab, Diba, slander. This was exactly what happened on this night. Unbelievably, there's a letter of Diba, of slander, this night, Tisha B'Av. So this was slander, which the spies spoke about Israel, and this was brought to this terrible problem. So here you see clearly, Tet is 9 in Gematria, Be'av in Av. So this was the root of the troubles that befall the Jews. And here you have also very interesting, the two words Churban, destruction. You can see destruction coming here and destruction coming again, because this is really what was happening, yeah? Destructions of the second and the second. You can see here in purple, in red, Churban twice. Churban, two temples. Now, you have also here very interesting parallel. You can see it so clearly. Here, it is orange letters, if you see just now. This is the place, it means this is a nation, the empire of Babylon, who destroyed our first temple. And this is what you can see here, parallel to the sentence Diba, you can see here, parallel to the 9th of Av Diba. And here you have, by the way, also in purple, Echa. It means the letter of Echa, lamentation. Every 36 letters, like the Gematria of Echa, unbelievable. Then you have Babel. Here you can see here Babylon. Yeah, Babylon comes here. Babel, because this was the first temple. In this you have the word Churban next to it, destruction. Then we know the second one, I mean the most severe destruction was by Edom, Rome. You see Roma comes here, just you see Roma. You can see Roma, Edom. This was the last temple. This is why Av is the abbreviation of Edom Babel, because Edom, Roma, the destruction of the second temple is much more severe from the first one, because up till now we are suffering. So clearly connection between the slander the Jews spoke on this night, and Jews cried, Vayivku Ha'am, the nation cried, and this is why the Babylon and Rome destroyed the first and second temple. And you ever really, if you look, that's why we see that the word destruction, which is in Churban, appears twice next to each other. Next to Babel, you can see Babel, Churban, and then we see down of this, you will see another destruction. So it's amazing to see this phenomenon that all this appears in the story of the spies, which caused all this destruction in Jewish history. as we mentioned all over. Then, looking more into this table, we have Rome, as we said, Babylon, and then going down, you have more. You have down here, you have again Churban, another time you will see Churban coming in this story of Echa, this crying. And then you will see some more tragedies will happen to Jews. So this is the word Echa, which is really, you can see in purple, which is really covering all this story of Rome and Babel, because this is the book Echa, Lamentation, which tells us the story about the destructions of Jews. Then let us see down just now, and we see down this table beside Babylon, you see here, now you can see clearly the two Churbanot, Churban and Churban, the present. And then you have here Shoah, Holocaust, you see Shoah, Holocaust, you have Greeks, yeah, this is Shoah, Holocaust, because Holocaust, as we said, final solution was on this time, the First World War. Then you have also, as you can see here, a few times, so it comes the word Shoah, and then you have Greece, Yavan, Greece, yeah? They were the third one. We know Babylon was the first, then Medea, we see just now, then was Greece, and then Roma. So we saw already Roma and Babel, and all coming here, and then we see we saw the two destructions, then you have Greece, then you have Medea, in yellow is Madai, Medea, yeah, you can see in yellow, yeah, Medea. Then you have also very interesting, is a sentence which says stumbling of speech. It means, yeah, it is amazing. You can see it is in purple, but it's not so straight, but the letter has stumbling of speech. This was a stumbling. Then you have, as I said, almost the whole history. Babylon, the first destruction, Rome, Edom, the second one. Then you have the third one, Greece. Then you have the fourth one, Rome, it's fourth. And Medea, Persia, Madai, yeah. So all of this comes in unbelievable, in all such short you can see. All come in one chapter, 14, Yudalet is 14, and few verses, really few verses. And the book Dalet is numbers. And then you can see, if you read Numbers, chapter 14, from verse 1 to more verses more, you can see the whole scene of Jews, I mean, of speaking slander about Israel, and so clearly coming here, all history in Echa, yeah, unbelievable in Echa. And as I said, 22 letters from Tether to indicate that this sin was because they transgressed the 22 letters of the alphabet, which is the basis of the